Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Secret of Mana. Last time we headed to the Water Palace and Luca had us help out her friend Undine the Water Spirit, and now we have magic. Magic that we need to get into the Underground Palace. Now there's actually two things that we need to do right now. Go to the Underground Palace and also help out the people of Pandora. However, we've been putting off going to the Underground Palace for a while now, at least not putting off, but we've had a whole lot of obstacles. We had to go through the Witch's Forest and get Undine's magic and all that. Just a bunch of hassle, so we might as well do this first. Plus there's stuff in here that we're going to not necessarily need, but want for what happens at Pandora. So cast freeze on this crystal orb, and the lava disappears. But before we do that, I think I'm actually gonna go to the store and see if I can't pick up a few items that will help us out a lot in this area. And no, I cannot. I didn't think so. What I was looking for was fairy walnuts, which is the only item that restores your magic. At least I think that's the only item. I'm pretty sure. But that's okay. We'll just go ahead and go in here. One thing to note, the enemies are ramped up. Oh gosh, I'm getting messed up here. Like I was just about to say, the enemies have kind of ramped up in difficulty here, so you want to be careful. Even with a lot of leveling up, they can still be really tough to deal with. And this guy especially is a pain in my rear end. I forget what it's called. Let's see, what is that called? The chest knight, because it looks like a chest knight. But yeah, he's really hard to hit. He's really fast. He can make himself even faster. He's just, and he's got a ton of defense. Like I said, the enemies in here are quite a bit tougher than we're used to. Of course he casts a spell, and it matters not because he died while it was being cast. Oh, and I told him, I hate this thing. I really do. So, if you didn't see that, the speed up spell doesn't actually make him faster. Oh, and the sprite's already dead. So you can see how tough these things are, and a blat, which is not that tough. And a green drop, we haven't seen one of those in a while. Come down here and hit this switch. Hitting that switch by itself does not do much. I believe there's another switch you have to touch as well. So we'll come over to the other side, and there'll be another switch over here. And another blat. So once you've hit both switches, that triggers something you'll see in a second. We come up here, and that torch that was here is now gone, so we can proceed. Head up here, and there's probably going to be some more bad guys. If you notice at the beginning of the level, I didn't beat it before. It summoned other goblins. So if you're not quick and you don't beat it really quickly, it'll start summoning lots of goblins, tougher goblins than we faced so far. Let's use a little cure water on her. I definitely recommend using the boy to fight here, because he'll do the most damage. There we go. Sorry if I stop talking for a little bit here and there, because I'm focusing on getting rid of these bad guys and also not dying. So we see this post, if you remember from the Witch's Forest, that usually symbolizes, I don't know what the word I was looking for there, but it shows you that there's a shortcut that requires the whip coming up and more goblins. Now sometimes you just try and run past this area, these guys as quickly as possible, so I'm not repeatedly fighting them. Oh my gosh. Because when there's 3 of them on the screen like that, they will spam you and just murder you quickly if you're not careful. Let's do a little more cure water. So again, this area is quite a bit more difficult than any area we've been to so far. Oh, more? Okay, you know what? Go away. Leave us alone. Just get out of there. Sometimes running is better than standing your ground and fighting. Try and get this guy before it wakes up completely. Oh, thank goodness. Especially the chestnuts. I'm just gonna run by you and ignore you. Ignore everything. This is the stage room. Oh, hi. You can't barge in here. We gnomes won't allow it. What a windbag, little brat. Take this. This is an outrage. Uh-oh, I'm out of here. And thus we see one of the funniest interactions between characters in the entire game. Look, back there! And of course, once you know it, we have a boss, and this is the Fire Gigas. So of course we're going to use water magic. Now, oh, that was poop. I don't know if that actually counted as hitting him for damage. So he'll split up into these little orbs and float around the room. The orbs themselves don't damage you, but it makes it, you can't hit him either, so. Oh, I hate it when he does that. So you just kind of have to wait for him to reassemble himself. It's really annoying. But just keep hitting him with freeze magic, and you should be fine. As you can see, the water magic is doing a ton of damage to him, but that spell didn't work at all. I'm actually gonna take this opportunity to cure us up. I mean, the Flame Gigas is not really that hard. Oh no, I thought I'd gotten some magic points back, but I hadn't. And he's dead. See, I just hit him with freeze magic, and he goes down very easily. You could also spam magic, but I didn't have an opportunity to do that here. I'll show you how to do that later on, probably in the next boss fight that we have. But for now, we get the Axis Orb, defeat the Flame Gigas, and oh, that music sounds familiar. Again, remember, we are in a palace, even though it's underground. And here's a gnome again. Phew, thanks. That oaf was always bugging me. Forgive me, I used you to get some relief. Oh, really now? Huh. That's awkward. Dolt! Serve me, and maybe I'll forgive you. By the way, dolt is one of my favorite words of all time. Just saying. If you ever watched Transformers, you heard Starscream say that fairly often. Otherwise, I'll throw you to my servant Trombi. Aye, no! Let me be your servant. Hey, who are you calling a servant? Oh dear. Anyway, call me anytime, anywhere. Now close your eyes, and you'll get a nice surprise. Both you and your wife may summon me. What? Me? Married to that? And that's priceless. That pose is utterly priceless. I like your style, gnome. Well, that's that. Be seeing you. And we get the gnome's power as our second set of magic for the girl and the sprite. To the mana seed. And with this, we can charge our magic all the way up to level 2, which I recommend doing. Oh, what's going on? Hey, Bob. Ow! My head. You okay? Oh. What's wrong? I can remember everything now. We live in the Upperland Forest. You've got to take me there. I'll let you hang out with me until we arrive. What a treat. Okay, so now the sprite remembers where he's from, which is great for him, but we've still got work to do. Let's go ahead and just head on out of here with our magic rope, which takes us all the way to the beginning. I think all the enemies are gone now. I don't think they come back at all. Let me see. Yeah, see, so all the enemies are gone. The palace has been purified of all the evil that was hanging out in it, I guess is the phrase I want to use there, maybe. And don't forget, we have, we did pick up another orb, so let's go ahead and reforge that quick as we can. Hello, Watts. And the axe is ready. So now we have the load axe. Everybody's good to go. So I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to go ahead and level up my characters a bit more. Level up the axe and the magic off screen. But let me go ahead and show you what magic we've got. Since we haven't healed yet, we couldn't use Earth Slide, but that's the most powerful Earth type magic that we have. Gem Missile, you might remember we saw a little bit of in the Mantis Ant fight, but now we can use it. And Speed Down does exactly what it says it does. It just makes enemies slower. As for the girl, we've got Stone Saber. As you might think, it puts an earth element on your weapon and also makes it so that when you strike an enemy, it could possibly petrify them, which is pretty cool. Defender does exactly what you think it might. It raises your defense. And Speed Up, as we saw the Chest Knight use, doesn't actually make you go faster. It makes you more accurate, and it makes you harder to hit. So that's what that does if you're so inclined to use these. So I'm going to head back to the Water Palace so I can level that magic up. And next time on Secret of Mana, we'll head to Pandora and see if we can't help those people out. So until then, I'll see you later.